Happy New Year and welcome to a new final chapter vlog. I have to admit that I haven't filmed any vlog updates in December because I was busy with other things and took some time off to spend with friends and family, but I'm back now. Maybe I sound a little bit different today. I have a cold. I've started with a cold in the new year, but it's already getting better. And yeah, let's start and take a look on all the series that I finished or DNF'd. These are the books and I want to talk to you about them. The first one is the Thoughtless series by S.C. Stevens. This is the first book in the series, and as you might have seen, because this vlog got out in December, I've DNF'd the whole series after 30% of book 1, and I explained all my reasons in a separate video, so I won't repeat them here. But this is the first series that I DNF'd. There will be more to come. The next one is a duology I started in November and reread the second book in December as a buddy read. It is the Shepherd King duology by Rachel Gillick. The second one is Two Twisted Crowns, and I have to admit that I didn't like it. A lot of people said that this is better than book 1, but me and a lot of others in our buddy read thought the opposite, and we didn't like book 2. Especially me. I didn't care about the characters at some point because it was so clear that nobody of the main characters is in real danger, and Rachel Gillick would kill none of them. That we made jokes when they got in dangerous situations and endanger themselves, because we knew you will live, and because of that the stakes were really, really low for us, and I didn't enjoy it. I'm sorry. And the third series was a series with 5 books, and I remember that I have 1 book left of the 5, and that the 5th book in the series was a Christmas novel. So it was perfect to read in December, and that's why I purchased it and wanted to finish the series now. It is The Secret Book Club by Lyssa Kay Adams. This is the first one in the series because I have the 5th one only as ebook, and I want to show you something in the camera. But this is book 5, A Very Merry Bromance. And I have to admit, I'm not the biggest fan of Christmas romances, because for me they can often be too Christmassy and too light and just around Christmas and happiness and all these things, and I don't enjoy that much. But A Very Merry Bromance was different, and I really liked this one. It started as a light Christmas romance, and it is a second chance romance. Our main character is a country star, but his new album isn't going well in production, and he has now anxiety that his career is over. And our female main character is a lawyer, but she makes a lot of pro bono cases, and she hates Christmas. He loves Christmas. They hooked up on a wedding once, and he wanted to take things more seriously, but she said no and was never seen again. But now her family asks her for a favor, and that means her family, which owns a big whiskey company, wants him, the country star, for a new campaign, and she is the one that has to deliver the offer. And that's how we get Forced Proximity but in a really good way. And he teased her a lot about Christmas and that she hates it, and he tries to deliver the Christmas joy to her in a really, really cute way. And over time, this book develops a lot of depth and seriousness without losing the lightness of the story. It is a really, really good mix, and I totally enjoyed reading this book and finishing the Secret Book Club series. And I still really like the idea of the series with all these men founding their own book club where they read romances and discuss them to get a better love life and get healthy relationships. I really, really loved that idea, and it was really unique. And I'm a little bit sad that this series is now over, because I could read 5 or 10 more books in the series easily. But it is now over, and that means I have finished 3 series and I could start another one. And the series I started was also a buddy read, and it was The Crimson Moth, aka The Heartless Hunter by Kristen Sigarelli. This book has 2 different titles, and I bought it under The Crimson Moth. It is a duology with enemies to lovers trope, and we have a witch and a witch hunter, and they totally hate each other, but they start to spy on each other. In terms of that, they need to get close to each other, and they start flirting, and there is banter and tension, and both have their secret mission, and it is a back and forth between both of them, and I really loved that. I now know why so many people love The Crimson Moth. Because I love this book too, and I can't wait to read book 2, which will be published at the end of February 2025, so this year. And I already got an arc to The Rebel Witch, so I already started book 2, but I won't tell you anything on this point. This will be in a separate vlog, but I can say I really enjoyed The Crimson Moth and can't wait to read more in this duology. And after that I started a second round of the final chapter and started again the audiobook of Silver Storm, I think. The first book in the Psy-Changeling Trinity series by Nalini Singh. It is a spin-off series of the Psy-Changeling series, and the story goes on there. And I started this audiobook now 3 different times over a few weeks and never listened to more than 1 hour. So it was now time to DNF, because I had to admit I didn't care about the new storyline and new characters. The storyline I read was finished with book 15 of the Psy-Changeling series. This is the German version, and I was totally happy with that end. So I don't care about a new storyline, and I won't read or listen to the spin-off series. And because I knew I wanted to start another series in December, I got really stressed because I knew I wouldn't get another book finished, another series finished. And so I DNF'd 2 series from my TBR. The first one is by Emma Scott. I think the series is called Into Love, and in German the first book is called Be My Tomorrow. In English it is The Butterfly Project. And I remember I liked the book, but not as much as the other books by Emma Scott I read before. And I had to admit I don't care about other stories in the series. This was just okay for me. So it was time to DNF. That's what I've done now. And the same with The Babel Project by Jay Kristoff. This is the first one in the series. It is lifelike. And I remember pretty clearly that I've read the first one and the second one in the series last year around Christmas, and I really enjoyed them. The second one even has sprayed edges because it is a special edition, but I had to admit to myself that I don't remember much of the story at this point. And the German publisher of book 1 and 2 hasn't translated the third book in the trilogy, so I would have to switch languages if I want to continue the series. And yeah, as the series before, I don't care anymore. And that's why I now DNF'd the series. I was ready to not reach the goal to start a new series and start the new series anyways. But I saw this on my shelf, and yeah, that was an DNF. But that means we have now one book left, and that book is The Undertaking of Heart and Mercy by Megan Bannon. It is my second and last book that I got from Fairy Loot. And I was a bit skeptical, but in the end I really liked it. The only thing I knew that this story was influenced by Greek mythology and that it plays a role in this whole world building. But I had a little bit of a different time to get into the story because there was not much world building explained. You just start with the story and the characters. With Heart and Mercy, her family has an undertaking business and he's something like a cop, and they both can't stand each other, so they don't know that they both really struggle in life and with choices they have to make for the future. They are both really lonely in some ways. So Hart decides at some point to write an anonymous letter to an anonymous person. This letter got delivered to Mercy and she answers, and so they develop a friendship over these letters, and with time they also get closer in real life. So a really interesting story that I really liked and that I enjoyed more after I saw in one of Becca and the Books videos that this is a retelling of You've Got Mail. That helped me so much to set the vibe for this whole setting and for the characters, that after that information I really enjoyed the story and could really dive into it. So I'm open to read book 2 in the future, preferably in February, because I'm already booked out in January. And yeah, that is most of my reads in December. I know this vlog is not as long as expected because I haven't filmed any updates in between, and I'm sorry for that. But at the start of December I bought a new PC game and fall into a rabbit hole because I got totally hyper focused on this game and did almost nothing else except work. So this is already a lot, but I bought Hogwarts Legacy and I have already 133 hours playtime in 1 month. So I already completed the whole main quest. I completed almost all side quests except one, and I really enjoyed this game and will play some more throughout the next month. I can't wait for Hogwarts Legacy 2, and I will definitely buy that because this game is totally for me. The whole way that you get a quest and you have to fulfill this quest and then you get another one. This works for me. And yeah, after that I took some time off for reading, for spending with family and friends over Christmas and New Year. And now I finally film my wrap-ups. This is my series wrap-up for December. And with that, we are starting now in 2025, and I have counted my series now that I've started and haven't continued. We are now down to 33 series. Remember, we started with 50 in the middle of 2024, and we had new releases, new series that I've started. So I think this is pretty awesome that we got the number down to 36 and that we start with this number in the new year. My goal for 2025 is to get this number down to 25 or preferably to 20. We will see how that goes because I want to change the rules at this point. Last year I made the rule to finish our DNF 3 series to start a new one, and we delete this rule now. I can start as many new series as I want because I have so many on my TBR. But the rule is that I have to continue reading the series that I start on a monthly basis, so they will go on my TBR for the month. As long as I have the books and I haven't DNF'd or finished the series, as I already do it with the Ruthless Boy series or the Cosmere Universe. That's my goal for the new year, to reduce the number, and we see if it works. If it works better, because that was a lot of stress for me, because a lot of series I started were buddy reads that I couldn't easily start in another month because everybody else wanted to read it at this time. I want to reduce this pressure now, and I can't wait to read more series in 2025, especially the ones I have already started, because there are already 36 on the list, not included new releases that will be published in 2025. But please tell me in the comments if you have any reading goals for 2025, some rules you set for yourself. These were the rules I have for my series. I have some more goals on my list for 2025, but I will tell you these rules in the next video. And with that, like the video if you want, follow my channel, and I will see you next time. Bye!